Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Messi or Ronaldo? I think Messi.
He's the GOAT.
Yes. A lot of people don't know what GOAT is. Too. We all had that memory of, when one person opens the lunchbox, everything disappears in 1 second.
Don't move.
What?
And he'll be like,
Hey, yeah, boy.
Stay, where are you?
Okay.
Haha Lanka or puffer fish? Hello everyone, it is me Tharusha with yet another episode of the Aadmi podcast. Of course, this is season 2 coming to you all the way from Colombo, Sri Lanka. And today's episode is going to be a very exciting episode. And if I can sum up today's episode in one word, it's going to be hilarious. You are in for a treat. I am in for a treat. Well, that is because one of the funniest people that I've met in my life is here to do this podcast with me. And he's here to let out all his deep, dark secrets to all of you who's watching this podcast. He's a popular stand-up comedian in Colombo by night. And by day, he's teaching kids how to speak like he does. And he's quite popular on TikTok too. So we have Mr. Anderson, aka Neo, the chosen one. Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Hello, Mr. Tharusha. Yes, I'm the chosen one.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Oh, okay. What should I do right now?
You should save the world. You should save Zion.
Oh. Who is Zion?
Zion is a place.
Yeah. I remember. Sorry.
You remember from the movie?
Yeah. I can't remember the names exactly.
Okay. Just not to confuse anyone, this is Anderson Haran, not Anderson from the Matrix. So, Anderson, what's cooking these days?
Well, my mom is cooking lunch right now, and we can have a great lunch. Yesterday we had chicken. Today I think it's
only chicken.
Yeah.
Just chicken.
Yeah.
Eating chicken. What are you eating? Chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating chicken.
Yeah. No, because chicken eats a lot of vegetable and all, so you just buy chicken only.
So that inside the chicken there's vegetable.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. There's grass.
Based on the country's situation, you should adapt and change and think deeply.
Yeah.
It makes
sustainable choice, no?
Yes. So, I know you understand this better than anyone else.
Yes, I do. we are twisted in the same way. So what's happening these days now? You said what's cooking now? What's happening with you?
A lot of things happening. So comedy side, we just started to do events.
So let me ask you the first question. Okay, so although you are stationed in Colombo right now, not originally from Colombo. So let us reflect back on your humble beginnings before you came to Colombo, how you started and all that, and where you are from originally.
Okay, I'm originally from Nuwara.
Oh.
And then...
Just to let our foreign audiences know, Nuwara is a beautiful area located in Sri Lanka in the hill country. That is generally the very... you get the cold climate in Nuwara because you have to, climb up. Go up to the hill country in Sri Lanka. That's one of the most beautiful places. If you are ever in Sri Lanka, you should definitely visit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, it's the mid part of the country.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Vaunia, which is almost like a north part of the country.
And that's close to India, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's how they refer. But anyway, Sri Lanka is close to India.
Yeah.
Inside Sri Lanka, you can't. It's too small to compare. And then in Vaunia, I spent like 5 to 6 years there. Like we just moved as a family there, and it was the war season. This and that bombing, these messy situations were there. My dad was working in Colombo at that time, so we were like, okay, this is getting a little tough here. So maybe by 2007, we moved to Colombo, and then we rented a house here, and then started the school here, everything, and then we were feeling a little bit peaceful here.
Right.
So that's a quick story of my triangle.
So those are the challenges that you had to face when you were in Batik Flow, like you said, like it was during the war, the height of the war.
Vaunia.
Not Batik Flow, no? So now when you came to Colombo, coming from Nuwara and Vaunia, when you came to Colombo, when you settled down with your family, what are like a few of the main challenges that you had to face here?
Challenges were mostly, so I was still at school, right? So I don't have that proper reflection of my, I'm not like an aware person in grade 7, grade 8 and all. Right. So for me, I don't think there was a lot for me to feel like it was tough or not too tough, but I think probably it's for the parents to reflect on that. If you go through really tough time as a child, you might not realize it at that moment, but later in time when you meet more people, you're like, okay, so I lived a tough life or whatever. So I cannot reflect on that one. But I think for me, it was to get into a school, and there were some initial investments they had to struggle with. So we tried to find a house here and there, which house is working, and finally found a house, and sorting the transport issue to the school. But anyway, compared to Vaunia's situation, it's much better in Colombo. But I don't know what people were feeling in Colombo at that moment to compare with. It might be a tough place, but I'm pretty sure it's not as tough as now.
Right. So how did you blend in with, like, for an example, school children, and how did you make any new friends when you came to Colombo? Like, how did that department work out for you?
School situation. So when I came here, yes, it's really tough. Like, I'm the person, like, not when I was in grade 7, but grade 2, grade 1 and all, I'm the person who cries a lot when I go to a new school. I'm like, hey, don't leave me. Like when mom leaves. And one day the teacher and all, because we run outside the class, they locked us inside the school, and I felt like I'm in a cage. I'm never getting out of this space ever. So,
oh my God, okay.
Maybe I think I was an introvert. So when I came to Colombo, more than connecting with the students, I was connecting with the teachers better, because
okay,
the students were already in that class, so they were already friends. So I'm a new person. I just joined around April or something.
Okay.
So I'm like a stranger in the class. So I had to put some effort to, go to the front. And I remember when I got to the school for the first time, the teacher was talking about the history subject. And I was like, oh, maybe I should share something about history that I know of. So I remember my dad telling me about how dogs and humans became friends. So I was like, okay, I just should go there and then share that. And then I shared that, and then the teacher was like, oh, really great. Oh, you shared. So, and then I realized over time at school, students usually don't get to the front and share stuff. It just usually teacher shares everything and the students observe. And then we got into that culture of, more of listening and less of, I think that's why public speaking part came into my mind too much.
Right.
Because I think students should, when you look at, Jimmy Neutron or all of that, you watch Jimmy Neutron, right?
Yeah.
There's like a presentation day. Each student has to come to the front. They have to present what they have created. So it's like a great thing. When I look at it, I'm like, why can't we also do something like that? At least 5 minutes per day, one person every single day. It's like a very easy idea, but it can bring a huge change. Like, it just boosts your confidence to the next level. So I wish that was...
That moment where you went in front of the class and recited the story about how dogs and humans became friends was like the beginning of where you are right now. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, talking about a few fun stuff. One of the most popular things about you, or things that you have, is your cat. Meow meow. Is he there?
It was here. It went out.
Okay. It's a she, no?
Yeah. The mother is a she. Yes.
Mother is a she. Yeah. Mother is of course a she. Yeah. So your cat has had a very significant presence in your content, and then now the cat has given birth to many other cats. So just tell us the story where you picked up this random cat running on the road, and how did it end up on your feed? Just explain that.
I think it's that's how the universe has designed our family. Like wherever we go, whichever house we move to, there will always be a lost kitten or a cat that will drop. So the first kitty we had, it just was on the roof left by a mom. So it was in our roof. So we just took it and then we started to feed it and then make it big. And then that's the first one. And then this one, the current one we have, is my dad actually found it at where the license giving place R&D, I think. R&D. Yeah. And then he brought it here. And then we were like, okay, let's it's a homeless cat. Yeah, just let's give it some shelter. And then we were playing. It's just, I think, 4 to 5 months old. But I think in cat year, it's in its teenage or something.
So she has given birth when she was a teenager?
I think so, yeah.
Bloody wild cat, no?
Yeah, what to do?
No? But they say that, your cat is behaving like your owner. Is it true in that sense then?
No. The cat is learning from the owner, but did not implement it.
Okay. Learning from the owners.
Learning good manners from the owners.
Good manners.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what's the current situation? The cat has given birth. And how many kittens are there?
So we have 4 kittens now. 3 orange and 1 black and white.
1 black and white. Okay.
Yes. So we already got pre-orders.
Oh, pre-orders. Okay.
for 2.
Can't we get for installment basis?
You mean head only first?
The tail and the paws and all that.
It's fun, man. Just when you're having that morning routine of waking up and then you have a lot of things to do, and then you go to the kitchen and all these kittens are fighting each other, and you're like, wow.
Who thought that violence will make us happy, no?
Yes, exactly. Yep. Try to take pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
And
right. So one of the most popular pieces of content on your platform is very undoubtedly my favorite, and I'm pretty sure that it's the favorite of many also, is this teacher-student whole thing. Why did you decide to go ahead with such a dynamic? What's the idea behind it? Just tell us.
I think there are multiple ideas behind that, multiple reasons. Number one could be relatability, right? So I'm pretty sure almost 90% of the population went through some sort of a school memory, right? So I thought maybe the things that you find funny the most are usually the things that you can relate to, right? So I felt like school is something that everyone can relate to. We all had that memory of, when one person opens the lunchbox, everything disappears in 1 second.
Yeah.
And one person doesn't wash his hand, just take from your plate, and then it happens all around. And also you have these maths teachers who try to fill up each and every slot that is available. Whenever there's a free subject, the maths will happen.
Yeah, maths teacher will come. Let me teach you maths.
Yes. You got free time.
You got free time.
Why didn't you tell me? We didn't want to tell you, but we can't say that, no. And especially English is the one which is funny. I'm pretty sure teachers will find a lot of funny English moments. So if unless it's a private school, usually we are all learning this second language, right? So grammatical issues will be there, fluency, vocabulary, and we are not doing it as if we are aware of what we are saying, but it comes out in a funny way. And I'm pretty sure teachers, they master the art of controlling their laughter, and they just react to it like a normal way. I passed away or something. Teachers like, I understand.
So I know a friend of mine leading school in Colombo. So apparently a few students have been walking on the corridor, and one teacher had seen this and then run to them, and what he wanted to say was like, don't move, and he'll be like like, hey, stay where are you. You want to say stay where you are.
Where are you?
That are fun like that. So yeah. That's the concept behind it.
That's one, and the other reason is, I think, to even create a culture of friendliness, teacher student. I think that relationship is important because they are trying to teach something to someone, and if you're not having that right bond with the teachers, it's difficult to learn anything. For example, there are some videos of I ask children, shall we go for a movie? I think that has to be pretty normal. Teachers and students, they should go for a movie.
This is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think we'll insert that video here so that
if possible.
Yeah, if possible.
Yeah. Children, shall we go for a movie?
Yes. Teacher, what movie?
The latest Spider-Man.
But I have watched no.
They are releasing today only.
Oh, this is the third part of the third Spider-Man movie.
Eh? Yes.
Teacher, where is it?
It's in Kollipitia.
But it's far from home, no? It's not far from home. It's No Way Home. Huh?
The movie name is No Way Home.
So it's not Spider-Man?
It is Spider-Man.
It is No Way Home, but the theater is far from home. So should I put a Uber to pick me? No, put a pick me to pick you. Huh?
And it could be something as simple as when the student is getting a question right, you give a high five. It's a small high five thing, but it can actually, it has that really nice mental effect, right? And a great feeling that it's a sense of achievement. Hey, high five! It's like a cool teacher.
Yeah, cool teacher. Yeah.
So those kind of small habits I'm just trying to put out at the same time with the comedy.
Right. Okay, so that's understandable. And if you want to go check out his TikTok, this teacher student storyline is it's there on his feed. Just go and check it out. It's one of the funniest things. Okay, it's time for a game.
Oh
yeah. So this game is called This or That.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Right. So
I'm ready. Yeah, this or that is, I don't know, too many options to pick from.
No, just two options. Okay. So not a tough one at all to start off with.
Okay.
Haha Lanka or puffer fish?
Oh wow.
So you tell me the answer, and I will then we'll talk about it later so that our viewers know which is which.
Okay. So I think for me personally, it's both of them are my priorities, but number one is Haha Lanka.
Right. Okay. So let's just quickly explain what is Haha Lanka to our viewers.
So Haha Lanka is a stand-up comedy collective.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is pufferfish?
Pufferfish is I would say it's an empowerment. The purpose is empowerment. It could be kids, adults, everyone. So I do coaching for kids, but we do for all age groups. Leadership skills, public speaking skills, communications. Basically, the soft skill is the closest word to it.
Okay. Question number 2. Be banned on TikTok or be banned from performing in public?
I'm okay with banned on TikTok.
Number 3. Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Messi or Ronaldo? I think Messi because I don't know. It's tough. I would say Messi.
Next one. Glass half full or glass half empty?
Glass the same.
Well done. Money or true love?
True love. Money is important too, but I think true love, because humans are created for love. You should love whatever you do, people, everything. So I think true love is important first.
See the future or change the past?
See the future or change the past?
Yeah.
I think change the past would be okay, because you like to be young and you like to learn things as soon as possible.
Know the date of your death or cause of your death?
Wow. Okay. Yes. Good question.
Yeah.
Know the reason for your deaths or
know the
date
cause of your death or the date?
I think cause of your death would be better. So because you can change the date.
If you know
If
the
you know the
cause, you
cause
can
of
change the date.
Yes.
So like you would be run over by a bus, like, okay, I'm walking today, something like that.
Yes.
Right. But you travel by buses all the time, no?
Yeah. So if I know the cause, then I'll avoid buses and just go walk to the office through the beach, right?
The beach, yeah. Or you can swim and go.
Yes.
Swim against the waves. Right, so that was a fun segment. We have one more coming up towards the end of the episode. Let me just ask you, how important is it to someone to have a basic education on digital landscape if they are to become like a digital content creator? How important is it to have that education?
I think it's a must for everyone to learn social media. Just think about the minimum number of people who will get your message. 40 people. You just put one story and you just have 100 followers or 200. Minimum 40 views come for whatever story you're putting. And if you actually have like a really good skill, knowledge, or an impactful message, you want to bring awareness about something, you should totally use your social media for that. A lot of people are like, well, but my social media is for my private life. I just like to put picture of my cute food. But I think, and they are like searching outside. I know people who have 2,000, 3,000 followers, and whenever they need help, they don't go back to their social media. Like if they are looking for a house to rent or they have a headphone to sell, these are very small things, right? They just ask everyone in their friend, hey, can you find me a person who will buy this? But you can just directly put in your story, hey, if everyone, it doesn't ruin your brand or anything. It's just a very casual, normal thing. And at the same time, a lot of people who are not discovered. So if you're really serious about discovering and expanding, not just your personal life, your career, whatever it is, even a lot of awareness, right? Even if in order to be good at relationship, to have great friends, you need to be aware of what's going on. What are great ways you can build up great relationship? It's not just, Google search. You're like, how to be better in a relationship. Here are 5 steps to be good in. So that's just a very basic version. It's not going to impactfully make you understand this is why this is on top of number 1. So you just need experiences to pass back and forth. So I think it is a must. They should share, they should receive, and then they should meet up, not like just be on the digital platforms. But in order to be better at real world, they should be better at social media as well.
There should be learning also as to what it is.
It has become a behavior, right? You get up, you check your phone, you go to Facebook or Instagram. So nobody thought when Facebook was creating that app, they never thought a person would come to this app 100 times a day. And if you're using your social media right, then since your default behavior is to check your social media, why not just follow some inspirational characters or some learning media? There are platforms that share a lot of tips and tricks. If you love martial art, just follow martial art related pages. If you love podcasts, then follow podcast related. If you love photography, follow exactly. Yeah. If you love photography, follow all the photography pages. So by default, whenever you're checking your social media, you're just by default getting a lot of inspiration.
Okay. One of the positives that came out from the pandemic coming to Sri Lanka and the constant lockdowns that we've had was that people were at their homes, and like you said, they were on their phones more than ever, more regularly than ever. And this gave opportunities to so many people, especially like, creators, to come up with their own thing, like new ways of making their content more unique. And because the main reason is because they had to cater to a larger audience. If someone was given audience from 7 in the morning till 10 in the morning, that audience grew because everyone was on their phones. So everyone, like people who were working at that time, were at their home on their phones. So in that, against that backdrop, what was your personal approach towards doing content during the lockdown period? Did you change anything up, or what happened?
My TikTok started during pandemic, actually. My first video on Instagram, like a funny category concept, went on TikTok during pandemic. I was like, okay, everyone is talking about quarantine and everyone feels like it's they're safe inside the house. Outside world is really dark. It's like you feel safe inside. So let me make some content that is relatable. I made use of that, and then I posted that video, and then a lot of people were sharing it, and I was like, okay, let me start TikTok as well. So there were not many things to do inside the house because it was a complete new habit of staying inside your house and you're like going to the kitchen, you open the fridge, you're like, oh, there's nothing in the fridge. Okay. Time is also not running, and you're like, okay, let me try this new social media everyone is talking about, TikTok. Sorry, at the beginning, I think I put around 50 different videos. I don't know what to try. I tried dance, and then I tried, lip syncing, and I tried to create a weird character. It had a filter like a school kid with a huge specs. I tried that. Out of 50 different concepts, one more than, I think almost 100,000 views. It's just like, Mahiya, you know that one? So I tried with a normal, that face. That got noise. I'm like, okay, so there is a possibility of getting viral in this platform.
Right.
And then slowly it started to pick up. Like, I posted every day, and I was like, okay, let me fix a target. Okay, until I get 10,000 followers, I'll keep on putting content. So I posted almost 100 days continuously every single day. I put some sort of a very 15-second small easy skits. I was not focusing on the high production, high good lighting, nothing, just the concept only, just the acting and that. And I put 100 videos, 100 days, and everything performed well. And I got my 10,000 followers minimum because I kept popping up on everyone's 10,000. I think it's like so practical. TikTok algorithm is basically how long a person watches that video. If the watch time is high, it will get recommended to more people. So it's not about like or comments. I don't think that's the top priority on that platform. So since my comedies did always have that punchline at the end, they kind of wait for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So its watch time is high.
Okay, that's very effective, and that's very brainy to do that. So now we were talking about how certain people, and like you, for an example, prospered during lockdowns. But there's, on the flip side, there were almost no public gatherings and shows during the lockdowns. And how did that affect your stand-up career, and how did you sort of cope up with it?
It's so just like this year. So this year we executed a successful event, right? In 2020, in January, the same thing was going to happen. We were ready to do a show. Tickets were printed. I'm like excited. Okay, I'm going to do my first ever proper stand-up comedy in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And then like one day before, you get this breaking news. Oh, this virus is happening. So please stay inside the houses.
Virus is coming. Stay inside your house.
So it was difficult. You're just getting that huge, motivation and feeling, and you're building things up inside your head. Future, you see the future of comedy. You see 100 people, 200 people watching. You think of this is how I should present myself. This is how I should hold the mic when I speak. This is kind of jokes I can crack. So tomorrow I'm excited. So it's inside your head, it's a huge, nice, beautiful building that you have built up. And suddenly, you can't do any of that. Sorry. it just gone. So that was a huge disappointment. That gap was filled by social media content.
Right. Okay. So you are mostly known to be a stand-up comedian, I think, in the Colombo circuit. Tell us what made you take up stand-up comedy, and is there like a particular incident or a moment that made you decide that now, okay, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian? Is there a story behind it?
Well, generally, I'm a very funny person now.
Right.
I said, even recently, I had a conversation with a person. Finding your passion is like the biggest, but the number one priority, right? You don't know what you're good at. I recently watched a video. They simplified in a very basic, understandable way. If you go to a restaurant and you eat one food all the time, which is, let's say pizza, you eat pizza all the time, and you think pizza is your passion because you never tasted any other food. But you go to different restaurants every day, you order different things, and then now you have too many options. You have experienced almost all type of food, and you are like, okay, out of all of this is the best one. So now you have more options. So passion is the same. You can't just reflect on your hobbies and just directly go for it. You can't directly decide, I want to be a software engineer because my uncle is a software engineer. He's rich and he's happy. You can't just directly jump into that. You need to first explore, talk to different people who are in that industry, experiment small stuff. So I have experimented. I was trying to find my passion too. So I'm trying stand-up comedy at an open mic one day. I'm trying to sing at an open mic one day. I go to a dance club and try dancing one day.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm a great dancer. I have improved a lot of skills, my man. But I was practicing fight too.
So you're prepared.
Yeah, I'm prepared. Yes, I tried motivational videos too. I got my brother to act in it and one of my old managers to act in it, and it also was performing really, really well before COVID. I think it got almost 7,000 views on Facebook.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so that is also working. Content creation, motivation, whatever it is. So now you have tried a lot of dishes. And now you're like, okay, which one should I pick?
So put everything in one dish and eat.
Yeah, no, it won't happen.
Paratha, put kottu, put pizza, put fried rice, then make a nice mixer
and then have loose motion on the next day.
Yeah. Yes.
So you can have mix 2-3 things up, but it has to have that right ratio.
Yeah.
So out of that, I felt like comedy was, more challenging. It was matching my skill level. I felt like there's a lot of things to improve. And Shuhaib Ali was there. He is an experienced stand-up comedian from the past. So he was guiding me then and there, what kind of people you can expect, what kind of comedy, why you should focus on the content. Because he never focused on the content. That's why his videos are not available much.
Okay.
But although he has done a lot of shows.
Okay, right.
But no proper video production.
Okay.
If he had, I think he would have had a different career now.
Right.
So got some advice and coaching from him as well. So that's how I got into comedy. I picked what was perfect for me.
Right. Okay. Now we've spoken about Anderson being on TikTok, Anderson being on Instagram, Anderson speaking on stage, Anderson performing comedy. There's one thing that Anderson is also good at that a lot of you don't know, even his fans, they don't know. That is software engineer.
Oh, yes.
You are a software engineer too? How did that happen?
I'm a genius, yeah?
Yeah. Next Steve Jobs. Yeah.
So software engineering is by default, it's not even a choice, I don't know.
Software engineering
you have less
by default, software engineering.
By default, right? So in Sri Lanka, you don't have much industries that you can step in. You have software engineering, you have IT industry, that's a major one.
Yeah.
You have lawyer, you have what else?
Doctor, bus conductor.
Yeah. So it's by default, it's easy. You have less choices. You're like, okay, this is the one performing in Sri Lanka. Let me, again, Sri Lankan mindset. You're afraid to start something new. So it's established, so I can step into it without fear. So I did that in the same mindset anyway, because at that time I did not taste multiple dishes.
Okay.
Only software engineering was the direct choice I had.
Okay.
So I stepped into it. I studied at the same time I worked.
Okay. So small interjection. Yeah, small interjection. Now, recently I saw that you are doing a lot of software engineer comedy content. Why? Recently.
Yeah. I got invited to my old software engineering office company.
All right. We'll try to put one here.
I am gonna be a millionaire. So. Machang, you're doing overtime today?
I didn't go home yesterday.
Oh, you didn't go to sleep yet?
Sleep? What does it mean?
Sleep means...
It's been a long day.
Yeah, let's see.
Talk about Okay.
I got invited there to do stand-up comedy because I have a good relationship with all my old bosses, because I don't leave them in the middle and come. So they asked me to perform, and then I went back and I tried to crack some really random jokes based on my software engineering experience, and everyone was like, "Ah, yes, true." You know, QA versus software engineer, quality assurance, always picking up on software engineers. So I just made fun of that, and how big our efforts are in order to just create a button, and then your client just ignores the button and he just focuses on everything else. But the button it's good. You want to click it. These are very small things. And when I put it on TikTok, I usually put student teacher video, right? So recently only I started software engineering once, and I started to see the views and everything got 3 to 4 times better than student teacher. So people are like, he's showing my pain points.
Yeah.
More relatable.
Another small game, a quick one. This is called, you know this, you are a fan of this, it's your favorite. One word. Here we go. Stand-up comedy.
Necessity? I would say necessity.
Necessity. Okay.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Culture.
Culture. Okay. Influencer.
Leader.
Needed.
Leadership. Leadership is the
correct word. Okay.
It's a big responsibility.
Kids.
Precious. Yeah, if you ruin them at the young age, they're going to be a ruined future. They're going to bring a ruined future.
Right. Education.
Education is awareness.
Pufferfish.
Empowerment. I think by default that's a word anyway.
Haha Lanka.
Team. I would say team.
Team. Okay.
A team.
Bus rides.
So comfortable.
Comfortable.
Not if it's a packed one, but if it's
okay. Love.
Number one. One. I don't know how to put number one in one word.
One love.
One love. Okay.
Life.
Love.
Life is love.
Life is love, yes.
Life is love. Okay. Okay, so just before we wrap up, a question to you. Now we've very nicely explored your story coming from Norelia and then going to Vaunia.
Okay.
So we covered all that and your journey to come to Colombo, like not the literal journey to come to Colombo from Vaunia, like your life journey, and then the person you are right now, the effort that you took to become one. Considering all that, What is Anderson Haran's story in 2023? What is it going to be?
2023, Anderson is going to step into stand-up comedy even more and going to create more stand-up comedy content, create a culture of, relatability. We want people to share stories. The more sharing happens, it's a very beautiful environment that you're creating. So that's why people watch Friends. It's all about sharing, right? Every single day they come up with something, they share, they feel relaxed, they move on to the next day. So I think that culture can be created rather than people feeling like, okay, what if I share that story, they might have some judgments about me. So, but it's actually not. They have their own problems. You can share, get feedback, keep it casual, keep it normal. I think we should feel like it's normal to share and make fun of it. And I think that's a culture I'm trying to create. We are trying to create as a team in 2023.
Right. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special episode. And I hope Anderson, of course, inspired you to be the person that you want to be in the future. And I think his experience in stand-up comedy and public speaking, especially, and he spoke about like how in schools you should always give an opportunity for children to come up and speak so that they can speak their heart out. And they are unafraid, they're not scared, and that will help you in getting so many things done, even job interviews and talking with people and, being very comfortable in the society. So that is one of the key learnings from this episode. And it was a fun episode. It was so funny. I think you'll enjoy this one. Right, before we go, does the student have to ask anything? Does he have anything to ask from the audience or to tell the audience? I'm pretty sure most of your fans will watch this. Anything?
Okay. Dear audience, what is ILY?
Ili.
No, it's I love you.
Oh, so cute.
But I think I'm new to this industry and space, and I'm really young, just 28 years old.
Yeah.
So,
really
so right now, whatever experience I have got are very, very minor, not like major experienced.
Not kaputa
person. Maybe in 10 years from now, when we'll do the same interview again and see how much I've changed, I think I'll be, super qualified then, because I'll be having more experiences.
Yeah, you'll
because
be
now
like
I'm on the
corporate. I'm doing an interview.
I'm in a meeting.
10 million. No, not 11 million. 10 million. Yes, go ahead. And I'll be right here.
Right.
Same place. I'll be like this, the same curtain, wearing the same t-shirt and the same earphones. I'll be like this.
Okay. You never know. So you can't see the future now anyway. So it's okay. It's great to just have that genuine conversation with. It's almost like having I think this kind of conversation we usually don't have. Even with our friends, like spending time and asking questions. If you can, I hope this can become like a normal thing, even without a camera, to a lot of people. So for me, it was more like a great conversation than an interview for me. So in 10 years from now, let's get back. Yeah. Well, I don't want plenty. It's okay. It's all right.
So that's it, folks. That's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope this episode gave you the inspiration that you needed. I will be back again very soon with another exciting personality, another Aadmi, the common man. Until then, bye-bye from Sri Lanka.